Yo, what's going on, guys? I am the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed As Podcast, episode 158. Today we're here with the man, the myth, the YouTube gaming legend, Big Kenny. Also, before I let him speak, first man to ever donate to my stream ever. Huge.
What's up, everybody?
Huge.
What's up?
The GOAT.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? We got to show love to everybody we can, you know what I mean?
Absolute mad lad. Absolute mad lad. So I actually think before we go back, because I definitely want to talk a little Mixer, because that's how me and Kenny came to know each other, was the good old Mixer days. But he chose, when Mixer ended, he went to Twitch for a little bit, but he chose to move to YouTube gaming. And I find that incredibly interesting, and I want to hear about the decision-making process to switch to YouTube instead of to Twitch.
So I have a buddy named Gary. Thank you, Gary. He knows what's up. I know he's listening to it because I just told him about the podcast. And he works for a company where he kind of, for example, if a company comes to him and says, hey, we need you to kind of like help our website out, find keywords so we can get traffic to our website. I forgot the exact name of his position. And so anyways, he happened to talk to a guy from YouTube, and he was like, yo, YouTube's the place to go. Because I guess he told him about how I stream and stuff like that. And he's like, YouTube's the place to go. We're rolling out a lot of new stuff in the next couple years. And so he's like, all right. So he came to me, messaged me. He's like, listen, dude, like, go to YouTube now. Like, now. Don't hesitate, man. Just go now. And so I was like, you know what? I got nothing to lose. Like, I felt like for me, Twitch was plateauing. I'm not gaining anything. And so I was like, F it, let's go. And so I made the switch to YouTube, and I love it. I honestly absolutely love it over there. I feel like my videos get more views. I get more people coming in, and I'm growing slowly but steady. You know, it's going up, but yeah, Twitch just wasn't it for me. You know, it's a personal thing. It just wasn't it for me.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason I went to Mixer in the first place. Is I started on Twitch, and there was nothing. Like,
yeah,
I'd stream for 12 hours. My only viewer would be me. Like, that just was what it was at the time. And, you know, the move to Mixer definitely helped, at least on the comeback to Twitch, but it was tough. I considered YouTube very strongly just because I didn't love Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, YouTube, at least at that exact moment, you bought into what YouTube was going to become, at least YouTube gaming. I was looking at it as, what is it now? I'm not going to bank on them actually improving it, because at least in the world we live in now, just because they say they're making changes, that doesn't mean they're always going to be good. And
true.
So
yeah, true.
I was like, I don't know. I already have my YouTube channel. If I also use YouTube as my streaming platform, am I putting every egg in one basket? And I didn't love that idea. And that's what kept me on Twitch, was features at the time, and then just too many eggs in one basket in YouTube. And I don't know, that feels scary.
I will say Twitch does have a lot of good features.
Yeah.
A lot of good features. You know what I mean? Like the points, you can do redeem points. I noticed that's a good and fun thing.
Yeah.
And then it is a lot easier to get affiliated on Twitch compared to like partner on YouTube is like,
it's a grind.
Like it is it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, or they added a new one, 1,000 subscribers, or I think it was 10 million views on shorts,
which is just
within 90 days, by the way.
Right.
90 days.
Dude, what I mean, I get it, but I don't. But I also, for YouTube though, it's a much stranger platform, because there are people uploading millions of hours of content on YouTube, not under the idea of doing it as a job. They're just uploading old family videos or whatever. So you have
Mhm.
to make the restrictions like way higher on YouTube, where nobody's going to be streaming to Twitch unless they want to stream. Like that's it's very strange, but that just is what it is. So Twitch can
Yeah.
have that lower threshold because I mean, if you're here, you obviously are wanting to stream. For a lot of people, YouTube, they just throw up a funny video of their cat, not under the idea of I want to do YouTube as a career just because haha funny cat video.
Yeah, like another thing too, because I did my research when he told me that. I did a little bit of research, and the who was it? I believe it was Harris Heller's his name.
Yes.
He had talked about it, and he said, "Listen, like it's a great platform, YouTube, and he loves it, but he did take a fat pay cut going from Twitch to YouTube."
Yep.
And the fact that a lot of people use Twitch, you know what I mean, and a lot of
Yep.
people are liking their bits and the donations and stuff like that.
Yep.
And so that was one thing he talked about, and then another thing he had talked about, which made sense to me too, and he was like, Twitch streamers need YouTube, like they
Yes.
post content on YouTube. YouTube streamers do not need Twitch. Your content's already there. You stream there, you post your content there. It's all like you said, your eggs in one basket. It's like
Yep.
it's like a one-stop shop. And so I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then, like I said, my buddy had talked to me again. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, just you have nothing to lose, man. And so he was right. I was like, all right, yeah, why not? That's exactly how I went into it too. Like, yeah,
Nice.
you know what? You're right. Why not? Let's do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I do. That is an interesting thought. I also remember, though, right when Mixer shut down, YouTube live streams were still weird. That was my other problem. Is it was
Yeah,
back
yeah.
when YouTube lives, your watch time for live would fuck with your watch time for videos.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was like, no, I want YouTube as the place where I create videos more. So it's like, I don't want, just because my streams are doing good, I don't want it to tank my videos. That's the part of YouTube that I enjoy is the actual scripted content where, everything's planned, whereas a stream, nothing's planned. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe the game you're going to play is, but for me, it's not because I'm an idiot and just kind of. I sit
I'm
down to stream and figure it out after I sit down.
I'm so with you, but I feel like that's kind of where I fuck up at, man, because every time I watch or I watch like people growing and stuff like that, and they always talk about how they plan out their stream on what they're doing, and I'm like, holy shit, man! I'm just like, start it and wing it, man.
Yeah.
Let's see what can happen.
Because to me, that's what makes live so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you want scripted content, it's going to be better as a video than as a stream. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't speak the English good. I
Same.
understand it, but my mouth don't work. So
Same. I'll get ahead of myself and I'll start mumbling and like I'm like, you know what I mean? Or get like I don't want to pronounce something, but I'm like, I'm like, what
Yep.
the hell is that, man? I
Yep.
gotta stop myself, slow down,
Yep.
And I
And
tend to mumble.
yeah, at least, I'm not super bad about mumbling. Maybe it helps though that my mic is just really loud. So even if I start to, it's like still okay. Uh but yeah, YouTube's an interesting place. I just wish I could be one of those YouTube geniuses like a Mr. Beast, like a Matt
Oh
Pat,
yeah.
who just understand the algorithm itself. Like, I will sit down and watch 4 hours of videos of people explaining YouTube's algorithm and like, okay, this is what you got to do for thumbnails and colors of thumbnails and stuff to drive views. And it's like, dude, the issue is this is all going to change in a week when YouTube updates again. Who has the time to sit here
Yeah.
and constantly figure this out?
I wonder if, maybe sometimes I think like if they have somebody like, okay, hey, listen, this is what's happening this week and so because I've noticed that for some reason, like I cannot surpass. I think I had one video hit 2K, but other than that, like, I cannot surpass
Oh,
1.5K views.
I gotta
I
go
don't know why.
see what my channel looks like.
It's just insane. And I've tried I've tried 6 a.m., 7 a.m. because like I see like my what's my analytics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When are people coming and like I post then excuse me. And sometimes like I have videos do absolutely shit.
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, I posted the same time last week and last week's one did, 1K. What's up? What's the difference in this week? So and then like it's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. Looks like I only have 2 videos with more than 500 views. Oddly, they're both at 2.7K.
Nice.
That's odd.
Nice.
One of them was a total cheat. Like, it does not count as me getting a ton of views. I got sponsored by EA to play Grid Legends early. So I got to
Mm-hmm.
release Grid Legends gameplay like 2 weeks before the game came out. And I
Nice.
got to
Okay.
talk about it and like review it and tell people whether they should get it or not. So like that video got a ton of views. That's not really fair. I got to play a game early. That's going to get views. That's how that works.
Yeah, it counts. It counts.
The other one was me telling the story of the Minneapolis Miracle, the football play from 2017, Stefon Diggs's catch on the sideline in that playoff game that won Minnesota the game. I told the entire story of that. It got a lot of views for some reason.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
But looking at the rest of these videos that get a ton of views compared to my other ones, they're all so lazy and it pisses me off.
Well, see, okay, so I see a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. People who put their time and effort into shorts and stuff like that, like mad props. I have two young kids. I work full time and stuff like that. So like, I try to keep my shorts minimal,
Yep.
like like a nice minimalist, like clean but like short and sweet.
Yep.
And so that's like my goal to do is like. Plus, it's easier to pop them out. Like I can knock out. I've knocked out a month before in like a day. You know what
Right.
I mean? And so to keep them like that. I don't have the unfortunately I don't have the time to do crazy transitions and stuff like that and like crazy music and it's just I don't unfortunately. But I like I said I don't know if that is that something that's keeping me from surpassing what I feel like my threshold is.
I don't know. It's
Neither do
so
I, and that and
it's
I've tried different caption or sorry like what do you call them?
titles.
Titles. I've tried
Yeah.
different titles with and without emojis, with the hashtag, without the hashtag. Um, I've tried. They say that you make sure you put a description in. I've tried it without the description. I've tried it with tags in the description. Without, like, I've tried multiple shit, and I'm just like, what is like, how do you do that? Like, how do you? Like I said, I just can't surpass what I feel like my cap is.
Right. Yeah, it really does feel like, for me it feels like that on every platform at this point. Like I've hit a cap that I just can't break through. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just feels like everything has completely stalled recently and it's very odd.
That's how I felt like Twitch was for me. Like I just like stopped and I'm like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
But then that also goes back to me not posting content. I feel like that is a big thing and over the years I've learned like that is huge. Like
Yeah.
if you are streaming to Twitch, try your best to post on YouTube, to post on TikTok, to post on Instagram. I know I've heard Instagram is kind of dying
Yeah, I don't
and I've
fuck with
noticed that.
Instagram at this point, but
Yeah, I've noticed my videos went from like I said, like almost a K to like shit, like 100 and something views. Which I
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, it's. I try to think about stuff like that if I was in a room doing stand
Right.
up and there's 140 people, stoked.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
absolutely juiced. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, but I've noticed it just doesn't. I can't. Like maybe 200. I think so far the past like month.
Yeah.
is like the top. So I just try to post everywhere. You know, I try to do my
Yep.
best to post everywhere at a certain time, but it's keeping up with that is definitely like when people like I talked to one dude at work about gaming, and I had another guy kind of overhear me. He's like, "Oh man, that's crazy. People just sit and play games and get paid." Nah, my guy, it is not
Uh-uh.
that simple. It's
Nope.
not that simple. There's a lot to it.
I love the people who have that same argument when it comes to like YouTube videos, not streams, but actual like you had to sit down and create content. They're like, that video was 10 minutes. That was like 10 minutes worth of work. It's like, nah, dog. That video's 10 minutes. I have an hour's worth of footage. I mean,
That
50% of that is me fucking up the same word, but it's okay. Uh,
yeah, yeah. I've definitely been there, done that, man.
yeah.
Like multiple takes.
So many takes. But it's
My
like all
thing
the
is,
takes and then the editing and then
yep.
you got to make a thumbnail, you got to get it uploaded. Then you have to worry about the algorithm stuff. What tags do I need? What game
Hmm.
was I playing?
My
What
thing is,
weird stuff can I do to maybe boost this video a little?
or to catch people's eye. You know
Yep.
what I mean? To keep them to stay for those 10 minutes. That's a hard thing. That's
Yep.
really hard.
Yep.
I mean, my attention span sometimes is just like, okay, I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And so just to try to have other people stay, it's like, holy shit. You know, and my thing is I try to do, unfortunately, this is how I look at it. I try to do one take
Ooh.
in a row, like no stopping.
Yeah.
And that's where I need to stop because I get fucking frustrated as all hell.
Yep.
I'm like, son of a bit, you know what I mean? Like halfway through, I'm like, and I mess up. I'm like, I gotta start over. And I shouldn't. I
Right.
shouldn't. I should just do cuts and then put it all together and then bam. I've also noticed that it keeps it short and people like that better.
Yeah. I've noticed that too. If you don't like cut it up or like even just take pauses, you just start rambling
Yeah.
and like repeating the same thing over and over. It's a wonderful time. It's a
Yeah,
wonderful
I've done
time.
that too. Definitely repeated myself multiple times. And like I said, stop and like, you know what? I have to start over. I said that 3 times.
Yeah. So I want to go back even farther.
Mm.
Pre-mixer now. What made you start creating content in the first place?
Man, you know what? I honestly don't know. I somehow heard about streaming, and I guess I don't know. I'm guessing I might have found it on like YouTube or something or Twitch. I don't know. I might have found Twitch. I can't remember to be honest. But then I was like, oh, that sounds kind of fun. I like playing video games. Kind of like how most people, I feel like, you know, they're like, oh, I like playing video games. Why not stream? And so I like I said, I'm not sure if I happened to see it on a YouTube video or whatnot, but that's my thought. I was like, hey, I play video games. Why not give it a shot? And I started off with I still have it too. I have a Logitech. I forgot what the hell the model is. It's a real like decent model. A Lazy Boy and 2 dinner trays, like no bullshit, and
There you go.
a cheap Amazon mic.
There you
Like
go.
that was the setup.
Ugh.
Like I still have pictures of
That
the
still
setup.
might be better than my original setup.
I was like, oh, and obviously, which I still have too, is my capture card.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still going strong. It was used too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love getting good value out of products. It's always great.
Yeah, definitely. Hey man, Logitech. If you happen to come across this, that capture card, boy, whoo.
There you go. Now my original setup was all I had was a PS4, so streaming directly off that. Did
Mhm.
not have a camera. Did not have a real microphone. I was using the headset mic on my shitty $30 Turtle Beach headphones.
Nice,
'Cause
nice.
this was back before Turtle Beach pretended they were a real brand. They still pretend. I'm sorry. Don't
Yeah,
waste
I'm
your
not a
money on
fan.
Turtle Beach. For the
Yeah.
price, they're just so awful.
Yeah,
Sorry.
even I wouldn't even like. Yeah, we're all here knocking on them, but I wouldn't even buy their higher end either. It's just
No.
not.
It's all the same. Their drivers aren't that good, so it doesn't sound good ever. It's got that nice gamer not aesthetic, but the gamer sound. So the bass is just boosted 10 times for no goddamn reason, which is a problem. Like it sounds awful. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm never getting a Turtle Beach sponsorship now, I guess.
No,
But fuck
same.
it.
And
Fuck it.
and don't get me, and I'm sorry, Turtle Beach, but yeah, I just can't, man.
I
I
would have said
can't.
no anyways.
Yeah, that's because that's like I mean, sorry to go off subject, but like that's where like uh I I would never, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't
Nope.
do something I cannot back.
Right?
There's a
I
lot of people who talk about that and like they just do it to get the money, and I understand. That's okay. That's you do you, man. You hustle,
absolutely.
but I can't. I cannot back up and support something that I 100% do not use or like just don't like, and then be like, oh yeah, you're paying me. I like this. This is nice.
Right?
Can't do it.
See, I can't do that for a different reason than a lot of other streamers. I mean, I don't want to, first of all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to be trying to convince somebody to buy something, it should be something you give a shit about. But the other thing is, I can't just peddle bullshit to people
Yeah. Yep. I
because
can't. I
of
can't. I'm not.
the content style I have. Whether it's my sports videos, my tech videos, gaming videos, I'm reviewing things. People have to trust my opinion. I
Hmm.
cannot just peddle bullshit. I have to have more than that because people have to want to trust what I'm saying. And I
Yeah.
need them to trust what I'm saying. That's the whole thing I've chosen to do at this point. Everything's a review or at least something where my input is important and like so yeah, I can't peddle bullshit. That's why I only work with Secret Labs right now cuz they're great.
Secret Labs. Check
Yes,
them out.
right?
No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like I cannot. Like same thing. I cannot. If it's something I don't use or genuinely even like, then why would I? You know what I
right.
mean? Accept an offer from a company I don't even back.
Yeah.
It's just not in me. It's not in me at all.
Shit, I have enough problems working with companies I back. Do you remember Killer Jerky before they thankfully folded?
No.
Okay. Well, they were a jerky brand, obviously, focused specifically, like all of their marketing was done through streamers and YouTubers. They were focused primarily on gamers. Their product was legitimately top tier. Like it was the
Mhm.
best jerky I've ever had.
Oh shit.
Their customer service and the way they ran their company was fucking awful.
Ah.
So, because I started working with them, I tried the jerky, had good conversations with them, started working with them, and then stuff just started getting really weird. Like, somebody came into my chat and said, "Hey, I ordered jerky like a month ago. I haven't even gotten a confirmation email." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay, let me try to get a hold of them.
Hmm.
So I sent him an email, didn't hear anything back, sent him a DM on Twitter. They didn't even look at it. And I was like, okay, that's fucking awful. Hold on. Um, I did one of their challenges that was supposed to like you were gonna get a spot on their website because the it's a one of the spicy jerky challenges, kind of like the one chip challenge.
Hmm.
Wasn't that bad, but they didn't give us that spot. They didn't shout us out. We didn't get the free stuff we were supposed to get, even though we uploaded the video. Like it exists. I know they saw it. But then
Wow.
Eero was also working with them. The place that they sent me to have my promo code through, not the same website as his. I never
Oh.
got paid because
Wow.
apparently about a week after I signed up, they stopped using the site they gave me and just never wanted to fix it and then weren't going to pay out because we don't use that platform anymore.
Holy shit. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
that wouldn't happen to be the same company that one of the like uh managers or like owners or whatever who started it like was talking mad shit on somebody.
I don't think so, but shit, that
Like
seems
he
to be
was
happening all the time now.
I believe he was in a game and then he was streaming and I'm not sure if he said racial shit or he was just like talking a bunch of shit or what. And they're like, yo, what the hell? And like clipped it and posted it and like really just brought that company down. I believe it was a jerky company.
It might have been. I am not sure. That seems to be a constant thing, though.
Yeah.
Is some CEO being just awful? Oh yeah, no, it was Killer Jerky. Apparently, I didn't know
Okay.
that happened to Killer Jerky, but that's great.
I thought,
So,
yeah, dude, it sounded familiar. When you said that, I was like, that sounds kind of
oh,
familiar.
so when I called that company out and said that it was dog shit, I was right. Sick. I mean, I was right
Yeah.
either way, but
Yeah, 'cause that's bullshit.
like just from the interactions I had, I knew it was shit. But oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
just check Twitter. This is wonderful.
Yep, I thought so, man. I was like, that sounds kind of familiar. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like,
that's
I believe he was live, man. He said some shit, and they were just like, yo, fucking, that's some bullshit. That's absolute trash. Like, yeah.
oh my god, that's
So there you go. Look at that. Karma. See
that's
that?
awesome. That sounds horrible, but it's awesome. I,
Hey, I mean, dude, if you are like I said, I don't remember what he said and stuff, but
he dropped a slur of some
I
kind.
thought so.
I just don't
Okay.
want to click on the video because the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcast can hear it. So,
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was a slur and like they clipped it fast, you know?
yeah,
And which is like, dude, like it's and unfortunately it happens all the time in fuck, especially playing COD.
yeah. That's why I can't. I don't play COD anymore, but if I do, I make sure everything's muted. Like, I don't.
I don't because I like talking shit. That's
So
my
do
thing.
I. But see,
I love it.
YouTube's better than Twitch for that, though.
Yes, yes, yeah.
If some rando in the lobby drops the N word, I get banned. Like, that's how that
Okay.
works. Because Twitch, their terms of service, I'm responsible for everything that happens on my stream.
Which is bullshit.
But it's like, they're not even in my game. They're not my teammates.
Yeah.
This isn't my fault.
And that's
Ah,
that's one reason I try my best to have the boys with me, the crew, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like be fully squatted so I don't
yeah,
have any randos on my team. But then I like to keep the other team unmuted. And once that, I mean, I hear one racial fucking slur,
yeah,
like they're muted, and they're immediately fucking, I report them immediately, because that's fucking absolute bullshit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And just because you're behind your fucking computer, your screen, you feel comfortable saying that shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's my favorite thing to say is like, before I mute them, I'm like, you wouldn't say that shit to no one's face.
Right?
You wouldn't. You would not.
Yep,
You're comfortably in your fucking house, behind your little screen, playing your game, bro. You would not say that. And then I mute them and report them because that's bullshit.
yep. That's my favorite thing to do to people if they come into my stream. You know, you always get little trolls that are dicks. That just
Oh, that's my
happens.
favorite.
That's how the internet works.
That
But
was my favorite.
I love it. I fuck with them
no
so
bullshit.
hard.
Listen to me, no bullshit. Okay, I got one of them for sure has stayed.
Really, that's
No
funny.
bullshit. I've had one, but like, dude, okay, I try to bullshit with you. Are hilarious, dude. Like, bad props. Here's a sub. I was like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Great.
That's my goal. When I get trolls in, I'm like, I follow along. I don't get mad. I don't ban them or nothing. I'm like, bro, just keep it. Come on, talk shit. That's fine, because I suck at Call of Duty. I'm an absolute bot.
Dude, I don't know. I
And I
can't
embrace
get back into COD anymore. I don't know why. Actually, I do.
Resurgence, this new map, the Ashika Island, the Resurgence, I feel like kind of saved it.
Did it?
There's some bugs still. There's issues, like always. It's Call of Duty, unfortunately. $1 billion company just can't get it right. But I will say the map is cool, and I will say it kind of saved it.
To be fair, I think Call of Duty lost all of my respect during Black Ops 4. I
Oh,
loved
damn.
Blackout. It was
Yeah.
great.
Me too.
But the reason I started creating content in the first place was Call of Duty Zombies
Mm-hmm.
and Black Ops 4. They are finishing up. This is supposed to be the end of the story of the crew that we've cared about in Zombies for 15 years. This is going to wrap it up. And the last
Shit.
3 maps released, the cutscenes for Black Ops, like the intro and outro cutscenes for when you load into the map and then when you complete the Easter egg, the cutscene that plays,
Mhm.
those used to be like really highly rendered like animations that were wonderful and tons of great story. In Black Ops 4, every map was just a redone old map. They brought back Nuketown, they brought back 5, they brought back Call of the not Call well, Call of the Dead and Mob of the Dead. That's what I was thinking of. My brain didn't want to figure out what Mob was called. They just redid every map, and then the cutscenes went from being actual like cartoons and actual videos that had passion. They were PowerPoint presentations. It was
Oh,
just
love it.
pictures on slides because
Oh,
Activision took all of the budget out of Zombies, which makes no sense because Zombies has made them more money than any game they have ever made. That's not a lie. Zombies Chronicles, the DLC for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, has outsold 75% of Call of Duty games. That was a
oh shit.
DLC. Zombies has kept Call of Duty alive forever. And they decided, we're not going to have a campaign, but then we're going to tear away the entire Zombies team to go work on Blackout. But then we're going to cancel Blackout any fucking ways. Even
Yeah,
though it was
yeah,
better than the thing we decided to release later, and I stand by that. Warzone and Warzone 2 have never come close to what Blackout was.
yeah.
Just
Blackout
not
was
even
fun as shit.
close.
That's actually the game. Blackout was actually when I started out streaming. That was like the
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah. That and I kind of messed with the ranked a little bit, and then of course the multiplayer.
Yeah,
But yeah, that
that
was like that was the first game I streamed.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Blackout was so fun.
See, but I've never been a fan of zombies. Never.
Fair
It's
enough.
just me. I don't know. I could not get into it. Like it was fun. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it's just like I just couldn't get into it.
See, well, at the time when I first got into Call of Duty, I didn't have good enough internet to play online. So I could play the
Hmm.
campaign and I could play zombies. Once I learned about the Easter eggs and stuff in zombies, it became so much more interesting than the campaign. The campaign holds your hand and walks you through everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Zombies doesn't hold. That's why I hated Cold War Zombies, is because it became entirely handholdy. The great thing
mm,
about it was you just got dropped onto a map, and if you figured it out, you got this cool cutscene and these cool rewards, and you felt like you accomplished something. Whereas the
yeah,
campaign, it just you get handheld through the entire thing, and if you fuck up and die, you don't restart. You just keep going.
yeah,
Zombies, if I fuck up, I gotta redo everything.
yeah.
It's and I don't know. That's fun for me. So I'm a masochist. It's okay. Uh,
No, yeah. Like, but see maybe that's the thing is like I'd never tried to do that. Like I
right.
never tried to find Easter eggs. I never, you know what I mean. I just played it, and I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Yeah. I got really into the story, and that made it fun.
I see the only story game, single player game I've ever like played from start to
Oh,
finish and actually loved and like fell in love was Ghost of Ashima.
really?
I absolutely loved it. Like the visuals, the storyline. I will say the gameplay towards like the end ish did start to seem a little repetitive because you like mastered everything. You know what I mean? All your movement and stuff.
Yep.
And so it got a little repetitive, but the story and graphics were just incredible.
That's
Incredible.
that's what I've started to notice with single player games is by the time you get to the end, no matter how much extra content is baked into the game, when you've beaten the story, it's really tough to load it back up. Like there's no
Yeah.
more progress for your character to make. You've already learned everything. You're as good as you're going to be. What's the point?
You well, from what I understand, they dropped a couple stuff after. Like I
Yeah.
tried multiplayer one time, once or twice. It was okay. And then they also extended the storyline, I guess, but that I just never got into.
Yeah.
Because
So
unfortunately, COD is life. COD is life.
you are a braver man than I.
Toxic
Dude,
life.
I don't know. All I've seen lately just pisses me off with Call of Duty. Like
Hey, it
giving
does. It
giving Warzone 2 more content in season 2 than what multiplayer gets is ridiculous. Multiplayer spent money on your shitty game. The people playing Warzone 2, if they did, it was on stupid skins, and that's their own fault. I I do the same thing. I've probably spent 10 grand on Fortnite. We're not going to talk about that, but it's still stupid. I'm not saying it's smart, but
thankfully have not spent a dime yet on a skin. So
well,
I did buy the battle pass though.
it's
So I
because
guess
in
that's kind of
Call
the
of
same
Duty
thing.
skins don't really make sense
Yeah, yeah. It's just
because
like
you
the
don't get to
aesthetic. Like
see
it's
them.
cool.
Well,
Yeah,
like at least in Fortnite, I can see the skin I'm using because it's third
true.
person. In
Well,
a
they do have
first
third
person,
person now.
oh, that's true.
They do have third person now.
That's true. But does anybody actually play that? That's the real question.
I personally don't, but I have seen people. Stone Mountain is one of them who likes to play every now and again third person.
Okay. But yeah, when it was all first person, skins are stupid. You can't even
Yeah.
see it. Like, what's the point? Why are you spending money on that?
I like the way I look at it. This is just personal. The way I
Oh,
look at
this
it
could be
is
fun.
when you die, motherfucker, you see that cool skin, okay?
That's fair.
You see that. You see
I
that
do
cool
be
skin.
doing a lot of dying a
Me
lot
too.
of the time. I don't know.
That's my favorite thing to do is
One
to
of these
die.
nights though, I'm gonna have to keep it updated, and then one of these nights when you go live, I'm gonna have to join you.
Do it. I'm down. I'm always
Just
down.
just know I'm awful. That's
Me
that's
too.
what's important. See, I'll say
Me
that.
too.
I'll say that, and then I don't know. I'm good at getting kills sometimes, so I'll join you, end the game with 15 kills, and you'll be like, "I thought you were bad," and then the next game, I will never land. I'll just die to fall damage twice and not be able to
Oh
actually
yeah.
get into the map. That's one of my favorite things. I like to fall off of things. I like to test gravity.
I've done that the other day. It did not let me pull my chute. I don't know. There's like a. So I tried ranked. This is first time trying ranked. Well, obviously they just dropped it, but it's like I noticed. I don't know. I asked a couple of guys and they're like, yeah, a little bit, but I just feel like it's a little buggy. It's weird. Like shit was sticking more than usual. Like my aim. I'm like, bro, what the hell is that? Like I can't even. I couldn't even pull off one person who was already dead to shoot the other guy. I was like, what the hell was that? I'm like, hey man, is you guys' shit like sticky, like extra, like doesn't want to move? Like I've had a couple incidents. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not just me.
That's why I don't play on controller. Aim assist,
No.
while it can be great, like I'm not gonna sit here and because I know some people aim assist doesn't do that much. Yes, it does. I notice every time I go back and play a COD on console. Oh my
They did
god.
fix it. They did fix it. I guess when this
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 first dropped, I guess like there was really bad. Like it was really overpowered.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is how I defend. This is how I defend my controller boys. Is I'm absolute dog shit. They have aim assist and I'm still dog shit, okay? Like I still like am completely missing my shots.
Dude,
I'm just like, what the fuck, Kenny? Get with the program, my guy.
I think people go too crazy over that whole thing. I'm sorry. You can be one of the best players in the world on a controller or on a keyboard and mouse. And I'm sorry, the best controller player in the world is going to probably go a 50-50 split if they went one-on-one with the best keyboard and mouse player in the world. That's
Yeah.
just how that goes. They're just great players. You're just
Yeah.
mad because you died. That is
Mm-hmm.
entirely it. It doesn't matter whether they were hacking, controller, or mouse. It doesn't matter. You're mad because you died, because so am I. Like, I get it. I'm pissed that
Yeah.
I died too. But it's just, people blow that so out of proportion. It's like, there are much bigger things to complain about. Like,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
mouse and keyboard war is never ending. It's never gonna end.
Though I will say I prefer mouse and keyboard. I played Call of Duty on controller up until Modern Warfare 2019. And since then, it's been on keyboard and mouse. It's better. Like, it is.
See, I tried like twice and I couldn't do it. Then again, Then
It
again, I
takes
will say
time to learn. It does.
that
You start
yes,
off
it does.
so awful, and you have to
But
relearn it all.
then again, I was in my living room because I used to stream from my living room. Like I had a little section of the living room where I had my,
Hmm.
my setup and stuff, and so like it was loud, click 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 click
Yeah.
click and shit, and so I was like, you know what, like I can't do this. It's way too loud. Like there's no way. I have
Yeah.
my kids sleeping, my wife sleeping, like it's
Yeah.
not happening. And so that's why I just stayed. I just didn't even try anymore.
Respectable.
Which I can now. I mean, I'm in a room now. You know what I mean? But I just love controller. I always have.
Fair.
You know. And cause like growing up, I started off on Super Mario. Like that was
Yeah.
it. That was controller, and I didn't get my parents didn't buy us a computer till I was like end of middle school, high school, because my dad was like, for what? What do you need a fucking computer for? And my mom was like, yo, schoolwork. And so my dad was like, I guess.
Nice.
And so that was our first computer, which we didn't even really use for school. The crazy thing. Like my mom was super backed up, like, yeah, it's for school. And like I was the one who used it the most. AIM. AOL Instant Messenger, baby.
Yep. Yep.
That was
Good
the
old
shit.
times.
Yeah, that was before cell phones. We had cell phones and we didn't even use those. No text message. It was AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah, you were messaging your girlfriend from New York who was actually some dude named Gregory in his basement in Colorado.
Thank God that never happened. I did have like met my first girlfriend on
Yeah.
AOL. And she was Southern California. We actually did end up meeting up though.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
it wasn't a dude named Gregory. Thank God.
Ah,
Shit.
fair enough.
Yeah, my parents were scared too though.
Yeah, I mean, well, back then, the idea of meeting somebody from the internet was,
Well, even still now, man. You
nah,
know?
I think that's too normal. Or maybe it's just because I'm so involved on the internet and, like,
Yeah.
have in the last, like, 6 months made multiple trips to go meet people that I met online. Like,
Yeah.
TwitchCon, let's be honest, in all reality, that was just going to meet people that
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
met
yeah.
before. Like, the
That's why I
convention's
wanted to
cool, but
go.
I just want to go meet everybody. Do you think you're going to be able to go this year?
I hope so. It's a little closer because I
Okay.
am like I'm Northern California,
Okay.
and so San Diego's a little far. It's about 8 hours away from me, 9,
Okay.
and so Vegas is a little closer. I think
Okay.
Vegas is six.
Vegas also isn't too terrible to stay in, like
Mm-hmm.
for prices of hotels compared to San Diego. That was ridiculous.
Was it?
Oh, dude. Well, so mine was fucked. My situation for TwitchCon was just fucked. It was
And that's what I
so
worried
bad.
about. Okay, yeah. See, that's the type of shit I worry about a little bit.
So I got to San Diego, got a got an Uber to where my Airbnb was supposed to be,
Oh, keyword supposed to be?
and it wasn't
Supposed to?
there.
Oh my God.
So okay, so I had booked in like April, so it was like 6 months before TwitchCon. Just like now, I've already booked my Vegas stuff. Like I'm good. I'm there. It's
Mm-hmm.
done. Whatever. But so I had booked in like April, but like the night before, we had messaged the guy about getting an early check-in, having him meet us there at this time, whatever. Get there, it's not there. We message him, don't get a reply, don't get a reply. Like 2 hours in, we're just standing on the fucking sidewalk outside of this building, and the guy replies, and oh, we don't actually own that property anymore. We can't. It's like, dude, you took our fucking money, and now I'm in San Diego with nowhere to fucking go.
Holy shit.
I got very lucky. My aunt, who, she's my mom. Like, I call her mom. I've lived with her since I was like a year old, whatever. But me and her, we then walked the 2 miles back to where the convention center is. There was a hotel across the street from it. She paid like $3,000 to get us a room because we had nowhere else we could go. We were
Holy
fucked.
shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it took it. I think we didn't get our refund for the Airbnb until January,
God
and it was
damn.
in October. Like, it was awful. I was straight up just going, dude, I'm gonna have to like sleep on the sidewalk this whole fucking time, like, because
Yeah.
hotels were sold out.
Well, yeah,
Because
yeah, man. A lot of people go. Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of people.
like it was one of those like, oh fuck, what do I? Because there was also so there was one other option. There was another hotel, but it was like, it, I think 10 miles away from the convention center for like $2,000. But it was like, by the time I Uber 7 times a fucking day, this is gonna
Yeah.
be more than the $3,000. At least the really expensive hotel was literally across the street. Like I could just
Yeah, you
walk to the
walk.
convention. So that
Yeah.
worked out. And because it was near the convention center, it's down near where most things in San Diego are. You don't have to Uber everywhere. So that was nice. But
Yeah, shit.
fuck,
I'd have been on the sidewalk. Talk
dude,
about
I was
let me get a
panicking.
cookie.
No,
Oh man,
see,
I would have.
if my aunt didn't go with me, it would have been easier because I could have like hit up any of the people I knew were there with Airbnbs, just like, dude, can I come crash on your floor? My Airbnb got fucked up. But because
Yeah.
somebody else was with me, it couldn't work like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if
yeah.
it was just me, it would have been okay. Like this is awful, but I'll be fine. I can find a place to crash. That's not gonna hurt. At minimum, I probably could have been like, "Yo, judo, help a boy out."
Yeah, that's
Help
the
a
first
boy.
person I would have thought of. Yep, judo. That was the first person I would have
Judo's
thought of.
great.
Like, yeah. So,
Oh,
I really want to go this year. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just like you said, just to meet everybody who's going.
It's a blast, man. It really was.
So
I
yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. We'll see.
I'm just hoping I can get a crew for the actual event. I don't know. Last year I spent like the actual days of the convention like entirely alone.
Yeah.
And then I'd meet up with people after. It's like, no, I want people to walk around and hang out with all day. Like,
Yeah.
let's go do stuff. Because I don't know, when it's just me, I get really, should I go do this thing? Should I go? So I just end up walking around and not actually doing anything. Just walking around looking at stuff like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Then you feel then you feel weird. You know what I mean? Like damn, like I'm all alone and shit. It's kind
Yeah,
of blows.
everyone else in the place is walking around in groups, and there's just me walking around alone with a camera because I'm filming my vlog. So I'm also talking to myself,
Yeah.
which is then worse because you get
But
home
then-
and you find out your audio was fucked. So
Oh,
you walked around looking
man.
like an idiot and didn't get a video out of it.
Ah,
That vlog
Yeah.
does exist, though. It's just no sound. There's just music. That's it.
damn.
It's funny.
Damn it. Yeah, see, that's another reason why I'm kind of like worried because I don't want to go by myself, you know what I mean? Or like walk around alone. I love being with people.
I'll be
you know
there.
what I'm saying?
Come find me.
I'm gonna see if I can, like I said, talk to wifey. We got to plan it. Hopefully, we
yeah.
can get something worked out.
And
But I definitely want to go.
I would offer. So the hotel room I booked, it's supposed to be a double bedroom, so like 2 queen beds. I want to like offer that, like, hey, if somebody wants to split it with me, they can. But I got an email from the hotel. They're like, yeah, even though you paid extra to get a double room, we can't guarantee that we'll have one. You'll have a room, but we can't guarantee which one. It's like, so I can't even go out of my way to offer people because I can't be sure that there would be 2 beds.
How can they do that?
Because capitalism.
What the
Merry Christmas.
hell? There's no way they can do that. That's insane.
Yeah, it's wild.
Hey, you
it's
paid
like,
for a double, but we're yeah, you might get a single.
it's like not that big of a deal. I'm gonna be honest. The upcharge was like $16. Like it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
None of them were that huge unless you went to an actual suite, which like I'm not stupid, so no.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'd love to be rich enough where I could go, fuck it, penthouse suite at the Bellagio, thanks.
Let's go.
Like I'd love to be ninja rich, but that's not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry.
See,
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, man, me growing up, like I don't get. I could sleep on the fucking floor.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'll put some. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like I remember the first time I went camping with my wife, and she like is on it. Like she packs rope to hang your towels. Like shit, I didn't give a damn about.
Yeah.
Like no lie, like with the boys, man, we went camping one time, and like one of the guys forgot to strain out the water and mac and cheese and just dumped the packet in there. Mac and cheese soup, bro. Like we're hungry. That's what we're eating.
Yeah, fuck it. You gotta do
You
what
know
you
what I'm
gotta do.
saying? My wife brings like remembers everything, has like a list, make sure we're bringing it, like make sure like me, bro, tent on the floor, like a blanket and a pillow. Let's go.
See, apparently that's the type of person I need to find. Because, yeah, I just kind of go and do things and
Yeah.
just see what happens. Like,
Yep.
fuck it, I'll figure it out. I always
Yeah.
do. Like,
See what the adventure brings me, you know what I mean?
right? Like, 100%. That's half of what the trip I took to go visit Ero last year was. It was like, I got a plane ticket. He says I can crash at his house. Cool. I'm going to go show up and we're going to see how this goes. We
That's
got a
enough for
week.
me.
Let's see what happens. It was pretty great.
Oh
But
yeah, that's
yeah.
enough for me. A place
Oh,
to
yeah.
stay and like how to get there. That's it. I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down.
Oh, like I'm there and you're saying you got a room I can crash in? Cool. Let's see what we can do then. Let's go fuck around.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's fun times. Went to actually during TwitchCon, this one was funny. Went to a karaoke bar
Nice.
that ended up being, I think we all agreed there was about 8 people in there who weren't part of TwitchCon. And they looked so confused.
Love it.
Because they weren't like old, but they were, 30 to 40 and like not into the online space at all.
You could just
So
tell.
there's just all these fucking young, weird looking people. Dude's a partnered streamer is up there singing fucking Barbie Girl. This is phenomenal. It was
Love
so
it.
good.
Oh man,
It was
had to
fun.
be there.
They didn't want, so the karaoke was only supposed to go for like 2 hours.
Oh shit.
And the DJ was going to take over. The DJ showed up, and the owner, we were standing there. The owner walked up to him and was like, dude, we're going to pay you anyways, but just leave. We're going to keep karaoke going tonight because.
Oh shit, like
Well,
that, like
well,
that.
Because there were eight people there that were like regular patrons. There were 45 of us. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, dude, we can't. This is making us bank. You got to go.
Yeah.
We'll pay you anyways, whatever. But like, shoot, go on,
Yeah.
get. It's like,
Yeah, there's no way
whoa.
you're not catering to 45 people.
Right? Like, there was just too many of us going fucking wild. It was funny. It was
Over the karaoke.
Oh, dude, the
Uh,
amount of like late 90s, early 2000s, like pop punk, alternative rock, whatever you want to call it, that was blasting in that place was hilarious. Totally didn't fit the vibe of that bar at all, but it was so great.
Hey, who needs a DJ when you got karaoke and people who are down for it? You know what I mean?
Though I was
guess
the only one
that-
who wouldn't sing because fuck that. Nope.
Hey, enough beers in me, I would have did
I
Barbie
don't
Girl.
drink,
Oh, okay.
which is even worse. So I'm like chilling at a bar drinking fucking water.
Hey, it's all right. Shit.
But I'm
me,
just not a
like,
drinker.
couple beers. Yeah, a
Fair.
couple beers in me, I would have been up on the stage. You know what I mean? I might have even taken my shirt off.
Oh,
Got real crazy up in here.
all right. Let me get up closer to the stage. I got to be able to throw some ones.
Oh, now we're turning into a strip club. I like it.
Let's go.
Now he would have been like, yo, yeah, listen, dude, you gotta go. Okay,
No,
none of that shit.
so I'm actually working on it. You're gonna have to keep me posted because I've been trying to figure out who's going. So far, I'm not hearing a lot of people. So far,
Okay.
it's still very early though. Like tickets won't go on sale until August. Most people aren't even gonna think about it until then. I'm the type of person, I just did my birthday stream, so I had like a decent payout. And okay, we know what the dates are going to be. Fuck it. While I have money, I'm making sure I can get a hotel room and a plane ticket.
No, yeah, that's
'Cause,
a smart thing.
like, I'm just getting it out of the way early because I know I want to go. So, like, yeah. But I want to book a reservation at Hell's Kitchen. And
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to find people who want to go with me, but everybody's like, we're not even sure if we're going. So if you're going,
Damn.
let me know, and I'll
Okay.
send you the
Yeah, I'll try to
info
keep you-
because I'm gonna book at least a 4-person table. That way, I can bring some people with me.
Yeah.
It's not the cheapest place, but I can help figure that out. I just want people to go with. Experiences should be had with people.
Exactly.
I don't want to
Exactly. You know what I'm
experience Hell's
saying?
Kitchen alone.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I definitely feel you. Like I said, I really want to go, so hopefully I could try to budget it, set some money aside, and fucking and go.
Yeah. And
Cause
I mean, the hotel room thing also keep me posted because I could we could make something work there. I'm
like I
sure.
said, if they gave you a single bed and I was down to sleep on the floor, like I don't give a
Like yeah.
shit.
So yeah.
Just give me, like I said, a blanket and a pillow. I'm down in a
Yeah.
corner, like a
In a
cat, like a
corner like a
dog.
cat. Nah,
Yeah.
see, the real strat, it only works sometimes though. Normally the first night's the best night. You ever sleep in the bathtub of a hotel room?
No, I'm a really big guy, man. I don't fit
See,
in
I'm also a
bathtubs.
big guy, but I don't know. There's something comfy about the bathtub. See, most bathtubs you do have to be like sitting up mostly though. Like
Yeah.
that is a factor.
Yeah, I don't know if my back will allow that.
Valid. That's
You know what I'm
valid.
saying? I'm 34, man, and then my back's like, yeah, you can't do that no more, bud.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know? So,
I do
but
get
no,
that.
I've never slept in a bathtub. I have slept on the floor of a bathroom. That's not by choice though.
See, that's no. See, I couldn't do that. For some reason, the bathtub feels more sanitary.
Not by choice.
I,
One more
I heard
time.
that. No, I
Not by
heard that.
choice.
I heard that.
You know? So it was definitely a crazy time partying and shit, and yeah, ended up woke up on the bathroom floor with some water and bread next to me.
Gross.
Yeah. It was like, here, man, if you feel sick in the morning. And
Nice.
luckily, though, thank God it was at my cousin's house. Like, I was surrounded by, people I knew and stuff. So,
That's good.
yeah, he left, like I said, bread and water. Like, if I was a fucking stray cat or something, here's some food and wanted something to drink.
Nice. Nice. Stray cat.
Yeah.
Stray cat Kenny. I like it.
Right? But yeah, never slept in a bathtub. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could always try. Throw some blankets in there and
So
something
this is
different.
a good question. So are you from California? Like
Yeah,
that where
born
you're
and raised.
okay. So I see. I don't know. I haven't been to California enough, so I don't know how often the weather would allow for this. You ever just sleep on a roof?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm at in the valley, like I'm from Stockton.
Yeah, yeah.
It like during the summertime and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean it's good weather, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never slept on a roof.
Oh, see, I did it in the summertime, and Wyoming's weird because in the summer it'll be 120 degrees during the day, but then it'll be like 50 or 60 at night. So
Oh, that
like
sounds amazing.
you go pass out on a roof though, you need a blanket
Yeah.
until you wake up at 9 a.m. and it's 120 degrees and you're like sopping wet because you've almost
Did it rain last
died on
night?
No, you're just sweating
Yeah.
that much because it got so hot on that goddamn roof.
Yeah,
And
see,
shingles
summertime
and
here.
tar, so you like stand up and you're like stuck to the roof and it's gross. It's not
Oh yeah.
always pleasant.
Yeah, see, summertime's here, 100, 110, but then nighttime it's like 90,
Nice.
80.
Dude, I'd take
So,
that though. I hate the cold. I do not like being cold. If it's below
oh, I
60, it's
love it.
too cold.
Oh no, man, I love it.
Nope, I can't.
I I feel like that right there is like 50 and 60. Like I like that, man, a lot.
I don't
I
know.
hate being hot.
See, and I just hate being cold. I've never understood that you can always put on more clothes, but you can't take off enough. It's like, yeah, but by the time you put on enough clothes, you can no longer do anything.
Like what's it called? A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
My brother looked like a zit about to pop.
Yeah, like you can't, like, I don't know. For whatever reason, that's how it works. Vehicles only have problems in the wintertime. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
You can't put on 40 layers and then go work on a car. It doesn't work. You
Yeah,
can't do
no,
anything. Like, I'm sorry. I want it to be warm so I can go do whatever the fuck I want to whenever I want to. Like,
See, snow. I like snow, but I like to visit snow. I couldn't live in snow.
I live in snow. It's an awful time.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just like to be cold though, but not like I said, not that cold.
Right.
Like 50s to like 60s is like perfect. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
And then like
yeah.
and then like daytime, it's like 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I'll take 90s.
If
You
it
know what I
gets
mean?
into the hundreds, it's like, okay, fuckhead, we're going a little
Yeah.
too far here.
Stop it.
My shoes are getting stuck to the goddamn concrete. Like, come on
Yep.
now.
If I could take a frying pan outside and pop an egg on it and let that shit cook, that is fucking outrageous.
But that's a fun time. You ever done that?
No,
Oh, it's a fun time, actually. You just got to
that
be
sounds
careful. A bird will
horrible.
get it. A bird will get after it. It's a problem.
Then it looks like I'm having eggs and fucking chicken.
Right? Like, yeah, but it also feels like kind of
That didn't make-
cannibalism. It's odd.
Hold on, that didn't make sense. Eggs and chicken. My bad. You know, they're the same thing. Same thing.
I mean, kinda.
Well, I look at it because my wife thinks that's weird. I grew up eating, so my dad loves fried chicken. He loves
Oh,
KFC.
fried chicken's good stuff.
It is. But the KFC, that's all we like. When we were like, hey, let's go get something to eat, my dad's like, I'm down for KFC. I'm like, fuck, we just had that like last weekend. Can we get some pizza or something?
Can we get some-
But my mom, the next morning, used to make eggs and then give us a leftover fried chicken. My wife thinks that is the weirdest shit because you're
Why?
eating chicken two types of ways. You're eating chicken like, you know what I'm saying? The egg, and then you're eating chicken. She thinks it's weird. I don't know.
Wait, but how
Yeah,
do you?
yeah. Think about that.
No. I'm just thinking about like, I don't know, how often don't we eat a lot of food multiple different ways at the same time? I mean,
like what?
so that's what I'm trying to like. I don't know. You have a hamburger and a side of mac and cheese. You're just eating two different flavors of cow.
Yeah,
Like-
true.
You know,
That's true.
you have a bacon wrapped pork chop. That's just pork twice.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think the way she was looking at it is because like the chicken is meat,
Right.
and then the eggs it's before. You know what I'm saying? It's like
See, but that's also the thing. The eggs you eat wouldn't have became chickens. They're not chicken. It's just an egg. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't know. It's
don't know.
odd. The world's
It
an
is, but
odd place.
She thinks it's the weirdest shit, and she's like, when I first time I was like, hey, just make me some eggs because we had KFC, and she was like, what? I was like, yeah, just make me some eggs with it. She's like, you're gonna eat chicken two types of ways? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? She's like, that's weird. I was like, I grew up on it. You know what I mean? So she thought it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems fine to me. I don't know. But I also am just the kind of guy who just, as long as it's good food, it's I
Yeah.
eat food. Like, I don't. I'm the type of guy who will go to like, some of these restaurants aren't going to matter to you, but I'm the type of guy, I'll go to like Taco John's in the morning. I could go to Taco Bell for lunch and then Chipotle for dinner, and I'd be okay. Or like
Yep.
3 different of the exact same type of restaurant. I'm good. Like, as long as it tastes okay, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's food.
So my wife doesn't like for example, if we had Mexican food for lunch, she wouldn't want Mexican food for dinner.
Yeah.
Like she wants to switch it up. Me, I mean, I'll eat pizza for lunch, pizza for dinner, pizza for snack. Like
Yeah.
I'll eat Mexican food for lunch, dinner, snack, breakfast. Like
Yep.
it does not bother me whatsoever.
Nope.
I grew up on like eating leftovers for a couple
Yep.
days. We had it like, you know, my wife leftovers once. Like we had it for dinner. She'll have it for lunch. That's it. No more.
See, I've tried to change the way I do leftovers, mostly by trying to cook less goddamn food.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
I don't want leftovers. I would rather have fresh food. So, yeah.
Yeah, but there's sometimes though where it's like my wife's like, "Hey, like this is gonna go bad soon. I'm gonna make a shit ton of it. Do you mind?" Fuck no.
Right? Like, yeah.
You know, like no, I don't mind at all. Like I'll eat it for
yeah.
dinner, and then just serve it to me for lunch or to work, and then I'll come home and have it for a snack or have it for dinner again. Like it doesn't bother me.
Though the worst time in my life, we make this thing. We're lazy. It's chicken and rice. So it's just chicken breasts. You put them in a pan, like in like a casserole pan, and then you
Mhm.
take rice, you add water, and then you add cream of mushroom soup and cream of chicken soup to the rice. Dump it in the casserole dish over the chicken. Pop that in the oven for however the fuck long it takes to cook. Depends on the day, I guess. But my brother and his wife made that one day, but they had to leave for a family emergency. They needed me to go watch their dog. So I ate that chicken and rice stuff for like 5 days straight, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The worst part was the day I finally get to come home, I finished that pan of food. Nothing went to waste. I finally come home. What did my aunt have in the fucking oven? Chicken and rice. I was like, oh my God, please, anything else, some
like
other flavor. Like, it's not like getting like Mexican food or Chinese food multiple times a day where, you know, maybe right now I'll have some beef and broccoli and later I'll have some orange chicken. And no, it was the same flavor every time. Man. It was terrible.
Like a horror movie.
It was awful. It's like, I'm good with the same type of food, but not literally the same food. Oh my God.
No, yeah, that would have been a little 5 days. That definitely would have been a little too much.
That was tough.
Like I said, I could do leftovers, but that is definitely tough.
Yeah. And it's not like Thanksgiving leftovers where you can do stuff with it. You know?
Yeah.
Mix
like
flavors,
a sandwich,
mix and match. Yeah, like, no, it's just one thing. There's nothing you can change about it. You can't even add a sauce because it won't taste good because of the cream of mushroom soup.
It'll taste it all funky, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's tough. It's a tough time.
I'll give you that one. That one's a little weird. That'd be definitely weird.
All right.
And not cool at all.
No, not at all. So, since we're almost an hour in, and that's as long as we were gonna take, we should probably talk about Mixer real quick before we wrap up. So, did you start on Mixer?
I believe I started on Twitch first. I did like maybe 1 or 2 streams, and then I heard about Mixer, and I went there because at one point I was multi-streaming.
Yes,
I was doing Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube at one point when YouTube gaming was in Facebook gaming.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I gotta pick one platform. Like I want to put, you know, all my eggs in the basket. And I'd pick Twitch, and then Mixer came along, and then I was like, oh, I kind of like that, and so I did Mixer, and then I loved it, you know. But unfortunately, like you said earlier, like I came in late.
Yeah. I think I was on Mixer for 6 months, but goddamn, it was a good 6 months.
Yeah, I don't even know how long I was. I was a couple months.
Actually, it might have only been 4.
Yeah, mine was only a couple months, and even those couple months, like you said, I was loving it. Like it was amazing.
It was incredible.
I met great people. I met you. I met Judo. Yep. I met Fulio. I met another handful of people. Yep. Nurse Stu. I don't even. Is Nurse Stu? Does he still?
No,
stream?
He's been gone for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Nurse. I've met Nurse. I met quite a few other people, man, and like it was amazing. You know, and then like once they stopped, I was like, all right, Twitch.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then went to Twitch, and then like I said, I was like, you know what? Let's try something different.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was super bummed once Mixer went down, man. I was like, damn it, I actually liked it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Dude, I fucked myself when Mixer shut down so hard.
How so?
Because I went the very angry route instead of the logical route. The anger emotion won. So I did one more stream on Mixer. The day it was announced it was going to end, Mixer was going to exist for another month. But I did one more stream and said I'm going to Twitch and never touched Mixer again. Yeah, when I wonder why, 90% of my following didn't follow, that's probably why. I gave them 1 2-hour long shot to figure out I was never coming back. Like, that probably wasn't the brightest move.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I saw it as, fuck it. Mixer's done. Let's get moving. Let's get going on the other thing. Fuck it.
Honestly, like, depending on, people, everyone's different. And depending on that, like, I threw a going away party. And still people are like, oh, you're on YouTube? Like, I mean, I dragged it out, for a
Ugh.
month. Like about like I'm going to YouTube. Like I'm going to YouTube at the end of the month. At the end of the or it was in uh April, I think, of last year, or even March of last year. And for all of the month before, I was like, hey, I'm leaving. Like I'm leaving Twitch. I'm leaving Twitch. And like I said, I even threw a going away. And there's still people to this day like, oh, you stream on YouTube? So it honestly does not matter. As long as like you just try, hey man, I'm leaving. If you want to follow, follow. If not, it's okay. And so it just depends on the person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So don't feel bad that you gave like you said, a 2 hour and said dip.
yeah,
It's all
just
right.
yeah. It was just
Who's
what it was.
really, 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 who's the bad one? Like you doing a 2 hour see you later, or me doing a whole month talking about I'm moving and then still people are like,
No,
you moved?
it's, I don't know. Well, it's also just tough. I don't know. God, I
It just
think
depends.
Mixer needed to do a better job of helping people send people to their new place. They knew it was
Yeah.
shutting down, and I'm sorry, Microsoft can't be stupid enough to think we all actually would have went to Facebook. They can't actually be that dumb. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
We chose Mixer because we didn't like the way Twitch was ran. Facebook is worse in every way.
Yeah, man. I've
Like,
heard
what are we
horror
doing?
stories.
Like, I
I've
get
heard
it, the
horror stories.
viewership's
So
there because there's,
yeah,
so many users on Facebook, but like, it's just not worth it.
yeah. I almost went to Facebook.
Really.
Yeah, I almost went to Facebook. Like I said, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go back to Twitch. And then I was on Twitch, and like I said, my buddy hit me up. Was like, hey, and then that's the thing too is like, it is. He was like, dude, I mean, I'm hearing some stuff that's getting rolled out. Like, just give it a shot. Like, you have nothing to lose. You're not signing a contract. You don't have like tens of thousands of followers. Like, you're still trying to grow. Like, just shoot the shot, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just shoot the shot. And I've heard some horror stories of Facebook not paying people.
Yeah.
It was just the other day. I was reading someone that still hasn't got paid from Facebook gaming. It's been like months. Like
Yep.
she was like, I've used all my savings. I've had to borrow money from family members, and like YouTube has still not paid me what I'm owed.
That's insane. It's gotta suck
Insane.
too when you're borrowing money from your family and you can like show them, no, I've got like I don't know how big of a streamer it was, but let's just say a fairly large one. And if it's been months, there'd be a decent sum. But it's like, I've
Yeah.
got 20 grand coming in some fucking day.
And
Like,
counting and
yeah,
counting.
right? Like,
She's still making money.
yeah. Yeah, like it's gotta be here. It just for whatever it's because Facebook is Facebook and Zuckerberg's a
Hmm.
horrible, horrible person.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
why people didn't want to go to Facebook. That's why most Mixer partners didn't choose to go be Facebook partners. They chose to go be lower than affiliates on Twitch. They were just randos on Twitch because
Yeah.
Facebook is awful. And so I'd rather fail over here than succeed over there.
Right.
Like, that is the answer most people gave. And I know some people, I think you knew him. House of Hydra went to Facebook
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's still there as far as I know.
Oh shit. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't have Facebook at all anymore, so I can't keep up with that. But
Yeah, I'm rarely on it now.
so, yeah,
All my energy is Instagram, Twitter, and I try my best to make Discord.
oh, I'm so bad at
It's-
Discord.
My Discord's dead as shit.
Same.
But I have, you know what I mean, like other Discords I try to pop in every now and again and like say what's up, but Discord for me is like on like the back burner, unfortunately.
So I noticed this the other night, and I'm intrigued by it. When and how did you learn about FTI?
Oh yeah, okay. They randomly, I think I commented or something on yours, something about yours.
Possibly.
And then
Yeah.
they hit me up, and unfortunately, I was like, hey man, because they wanted to work with me and stuff, but I'm like,
Yeah.
unfortunately, my time is really tight, and so I wasn't able to even like make anything because they wanted to work with me, and I was like, but yeah, I found out, I think it was through you, a post that you did.
Okay. FTI is
Yeah.
so great, man. The people are
I've
just incredible.
I still follow along on their stuff and everything they post, and I'm just like, damn it, man! I wish I could find the time to,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It is it's a little yeah. I love it. But yeah, finding the time to be able to send stuff into them so they can have you in a newsletter or in a good morning or whatever. It does take time, and it's a little bit of a different workflow than whatever your regular content is, so it takes
Hmm.
extra time because you're trying to figure it out instead of just, you know,
Yeah. Like
having it.
here's a perfect example. So I'm trying to work with the company,
Mhm.
and the person I was talking to try to work with the company, they were like, listen, I'm not working with them any longer, but I could forward your stuff to somebody else. And I was like, okay, what do you need from me? And so she said a deck. And I'm like, what the fuck is a deck? And I was like, here's my media kit. And she's like, okay, the media kit will work, but if you have a deck,
Yeah,
send
what
me
the
the
fuck
deck.
is a deck?
So a deck is essentially a media kit. Okay, so it's like, so there's a website called mediakit.com, and it breaks down
Yeah,
your numbers from
I
Instagram. I
have.
mean, from,
I actually have one. I think.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but I guess like like a deck is essentially like broken down. Like you have like almost like not quite like a slideshow, but they have like why you want to work with that company, and then here's your numbers that you've pulled from this, and maybe the other companies that you work with, and the numbers and stuff like that. But I will tell you right now, to search for a deck or even like a media deck on Google or anything is not the business, man.
No.
Is not, because like they just give you they give you other shit, and you're just like, what the? So I had to ask her, and she sent me something what essentially a media deck, I mean a deck is, and it's pretty much like a media kit, just in like a PDF form. You know what I mean?
But you can download your media kit as a PDF. I'm confused.
I
Uh,
was too, and I still kind of am.
now I'd just use my media kit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell her, like, just use the media kit and send that off, because I have.
Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck is going on with this other
Even though,
stuff.
like I said, she sent me a she was like, this is essentially what a deck is, and I'm just like, in myself, I'm like, that's pretty much a media kit, just in a different format.
Yeah.
And then she said, because she was like, it's also like a resume. You know what I mean? Specifically, she's like, because you want it specifically to that company, which is nice. I understand that, but I was just like, yeah, I don't have the time for that, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm already barely trying to keep up with posting content, making content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right. Yeah.
like, I'm already
Oh,
behind. I'm already behind.
dude, I'm always behind. I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, even like, when was it, like sometime last year, man? I said I popped out like a whole month, and then I try to find time to do, like, keep going, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have time. I don't have time. Next thing you know, I'm like, okay, I'm a week past what I'm supposed to be posting. Like, what the hell? I have nothing. I have no content. Where's everything at?
Yeah, that's how it's been for me. Well, that and like I don't know, TikTok was like a huge driving force for my content for all of the last couple of years.
Hmm.
Cuz up until sometime last year, I couldn't tell you exactly when, but I went from averaging like 10k views a video down to like less than 500 now. I, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I post, no matter how good the video is or bad. It doesn't matter. It just gets the same number of views. I don't get it. It's also
I
TikTok, so it doesn't make any fucking sense, anyways.
I hate TikTok.
Yeah.
Here's why. I posted a video. I did a stitch. Okay.
Yep.
It fucking blew up to, well, this is my blow up,
Yeah.
10K.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I went back to go check, and it was flagged. And I go, what the hell was it flagged for? And it apparently was flagged for bullying. So the video was somebody jumping off this big person. And I'm a big guy, so that's why I thought it was funny, because it's how I feel every time I jump into a pool or something.
Yep.
They jumped into the water, and then there was like an atom bomb explosion. So my video that stitched it got flagged, but the original video was still up. And so
Nice.
I'm like, what? Like, how did I get flagged for stitching it? But the original post, which is essentially making fun of somebody big, which I personally don't mind because I'm a big guy and that's how I feel when I jump into a pool like a fucking giant tidal wave.
Yep.
But
Yep.
how's the original video still posted? And that's when I was like, you know what? Fuck TikTok, because that's absolutely bullshit.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think I've ever had any videos taken down, but also all I do is talk about sports. So, like, what are you
Yeah.
going to take down?
See, and I even started like a new like profile just to maybe like
Yep.
how they say you got blacklisted or whatever and shit. So I made a new profile, and like I get like I said like 500 views.
Yep.
No, maybe like yeah, like three or four, between three or four hundred.
Yep.
I don't know. And I try like that, but that's the thing too is like since I don't like TikTok that much, I don't really post constantly, and maybe that's like an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Consistency is the biggest thing on every platform.
yes, yeah, yeah. Because I will say like there's one person that I follow. Excuse me. I follow, and mad props to his name's Blue Thunder, and he has only been making content for like a year.
Okay.
He is a part of the subliners now, the CDL team. So he's a content creator for the
Okay.
subliners.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, in a year.
Damn.
My guy just got done doing a podcast and even like playing games with fucking Dane Cook.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like, dude, and so like that's his thing he pushes like consistency, man, like grinding out like if you want to make it like you got to daily and like he said he was posting between 1 and 3 times a day on TikTok. And that's what got him going. I was like, damn, like once he posted about the subliners, I was like, holy shit, like that's legit. And then he said he was fucking doing a podcast and gaming with Dane Cook. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. All in a
Oh,
span of a year,
that's
you know?
nuts.
It is. It's
It's what
insane.
I've said. As much as the consistency matters, it also takes just that little bit of luck. And once you get that break, the consistency that you had is what keeps you going at that point. You
Yeah.
got to work the consistency so when you get that lucky break, you get to continue to build with it instead of having to figure it out post lucky break, which never seems to work out.
Yeah. But there's people that too I've seen like have like you said, good videos that post on TikTok, and then after that, it's just like it's not it anymore. You know, you're back to 200-300 views.
Yep.
So it's just like I don't know, man. It's weird how like the algorithm on certain platforms work and all that bullshit. That drives me absolutely insane. You know, trying to figure it out.
Yep.
And then it doesn't help that I cuss a lot. I will say that I've noticed that those videos don't do very well.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something I definitely got to try to work on. Even though that's who I am, though, man. Unfortunately, that's who I am. Like I grew up cussing all my life.
Oh, same. That's never gonna change for me. I genuinely just I'm sorry. It still works. Like we've seen that
Yeah,
it's still fine. Now, sure, I don't think like I curse a lot. Therefore, I don't think I can ever be at the certain levels of streaming, the ninja Tim courage, that level. I just don't think that's achievable if you are that person. Now, I guess Doc exists, so maybe that's a not
yep.
exactly accurate, but he seems more like the exception than the rule.
Well, see, but I don't. Doc does. I mean, I feel like they do cuss, but not as much. But Doc is just a shit talker.
Yeah,
You know, I don't see him. He doesn't curse like a lot,
that's
but he's just more of a shit talker than anybody
that's
else. Like,
true.
you know what I mean?
But
He's just like more the guy like you're trash instead of
yeah,
saying like, oh, yeah, fucking what the fuck and fucking, you know.
that's true. But I don't know. I think it still can work. You're just I don't know. To be fair, I also don't think there's never ever going to be another ninja like Prime Ninja. That'll never exist again. I just don't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
A single creator that takes over the world to the point where like your mom and grandmom know his name, like
Yeah.
that's never going to happen again. That's just not how
No,
this space works.
Nah, he definitely like it was like his era. That was his, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like a perfect time for that for
Yep.
him. Yeah, you have a point.
The family friendly, but also being incredible at the game, plus the incredible consistency. The 12 to 15-hour streams every day. Then getting the lucky breaks of playing with celebrities. Like, there's never been so many things that just slammed together at the right moment. And I just don't think anyone can get that lucky again. Because that's what a lot of it was. Is just
Yeah.
right situation at the right time constantly.
That's a bit definitely a fucking tough one to
Yeah.
even achieve, let alone surpass.
Yeah. But
See, but I don't. I mean, the way I look at it though, like I don't get me wrong, love it. I would love to be that
oh
fucking
yeah.
up there. You know what I'm saying? But even just to like make it a living, I'd be happy.
Yep.
Like just be my job.
That's the goal.
Even living comfortably, not like I said, not like buying fucking, living in mansions and fucking Rolls Royce and I'm just like living this being my job,
Yep.
living comfortably, paying my bills, and just bam, I'd be happy as shit.
Right. I think I want a little bit more than that because I want to be able to travel to like all these conventions and shit.
Okay, I feel you
But
on that one.
also,
Yeah,
if you're at the point where you're making a living, there's also just the chance where you're getting, I don't want to say sponsored, but like for TwitchCon, where Twitch would fly you out because, you'd be a partner at that point. So Twitch wants people there. So, maybe you get
yeah,
maybe you get that and it's not as big of a deal. But either way, it's interesting.
yeah.
One day we'll
We'll see.
get there. It just takes time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. No,
takes
we'll
time.
definitely see. I'm down. I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? A good example of that is like age wise is you ever heard of Grandma Gamer?
No. Yes. Yes. I think so.
So she's an older woman, and she is an absolute savage, which shows she's a beast, man, and that shows that age is not, and she's doing well on Facebook gaming,
Okay.
and that age is not an issue
Nope.
at all.
The only thing age is really an issue for. There is one thing. And that would be trying to be a professional gamer. Like an
Oh
actual
yeah.
pro.
Like yeah.
Like age does matter there. Both of us are already too old to actually go pro. That's how that
Yeah,
works.
way too old. So from what I was, because I watch, I'm an Optic fan. Shout out to fucking if you listening, Optic man, I fucking love you guys. Big Optic fan. So I was watching Scump's his watch party,
Yeah.
and they were talking about how the prime age is between like 17 and like 24.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's where that's it. That's the right there.
Yep.
And so anything after that, like to be like
Good
brutally
luck.
honest, don't even fucking try. Like don't even try.
Yep.
Like it's you're lucky. Like you are God sent if you can do it after that.
Right.
And I'm just like, damn man, that's insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
That's a small window, man. That's a very small window.
Yeah, it really is. And that's also what makes guys, because Scump is, God, how old's Scump at this point?
26, I think. 26. Yeah,
Oh,
26.
that's not as old as I thought.
27. He's
That's
something like
also
that.
the other thing about it being 16 and 17 where you enter your prime.
Yeah,
You're in this shit for 10 years and it feels like it's been like you should be 35 when really you're like 26. You're just
I'm sorry.
chilling.
He's 27.
Okay. Still though, that's not that far, but it is old for what he does, which is a weird thing to say. Just like
Yeah.
talking about sports. Oh, this dude's got to retire. He's like 35. He's so old. It's
Yeah.
like, well, not like old, but like in sports, that's old. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's wild. The world's a wild place.
Definitely. To look at it like this, you make me feel old, man. I'm only 34. But then again, like I said, my back, I feel it.
My
34, I
back.
feel it. My back, my knees. This is bullshit.
Yep.
What else
Yep.
is gonna start hurting in a couple years?
You don't want to know.
Yeah. Oh, my neck. My neck is one of them I've had fucking issues with. Like, God, damn, man, did I sleep wrong? Oh, my shoulder. Jesus Christ, I'm falling apart.
Yeah.
Geek
Yeah.
now. I'm over here listening all of them. I'm like, yeah, you know what?
You know
I feel
what?
it now.
Fuck. You know what? I'm old. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Knees, neck, back, shoulders. Yeah, that's pretty much everything already.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what the fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Twitter's a place. That's all I can say.
Yo,
Twitter's a place.
I feel like once I really, really started using Twitter in the gaming community, it is absolutely a different fucking world.
Is it?
It's insane because like I didn't use Twitter like really at all. Like Instagram was my thing, Facebook is that was just it. Instagram and Facebook like was like my gaming shit. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Let me start dabbling in Twitter. It is a whole different
Ugh.
ball game, and you just find out a bunch of crazy shit that's happening in the gaming community as far as like companies and shit,
Dude.
and the drama
Yeah.
and the craziness. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Twitter's always been my place, but man, if I spend more than an hour on Twitter like at one time, I get so angry. Like
Oh,
it's just too many idiots.
that, and if you spend more than an hour, you are definitely running into somebody who's being canceled because they did some
Oh,
shit
every time.
within the gaming community.
Dude.
No, not outside of that, just in the gaming community. You're like, holy shit, this person, wow, okay.
The amount
I
of
don't know who this
people
is, but
I've met and thought were friends that I watch get canceled, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? When did they do that? I didn't know this. What the fuck?
oh, thankfully I have not yet to run into that, thankfully.
I have.
Oh no.
I have.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, luckily have not had anybody I know that I know of anyways get canceled.
Somebody
But
tried to cancel me. It just didn't work. I'll tell you that story in a bit off air.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need to hear that.
Yeah.
I have yet to try to get but then again, like that goes to like the whole thing of like how crazy this world is. Like when I see shit, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna even try to attempt to like respond to that. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna
Right.
get into it. And then someone to turn it around in a couple years, like, oh, look what Big Kenny said.
Right.
So I'm just like, yep, scroll.
Yeah. Yep.
Because like at the end of the day, it's not my business. It has nothing to pertain to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it. I'm not saying shit.
Right. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's kind of sad that you can't say shit and back up something maybe that you think is
Right.
right. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah. The internet's it's a place, that's for sure.
definitely.
But all right. I don't really have anything else. So is there anything else you want to say to the people?
Yeah, I fucking appreciate everybody that comes in and supports my man Geek right here. That comes in and supports everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? Especially all the people we met at Mixer, still keeping them going, and everyone that pops into my stream. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. And yeah, man, Geek, I appreciate it. I appreciate you inviting me on here. You know what I'm saying? Having a nice time. I felt like it was a great
time.
fucking hour and a half. Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, great time. Thank you for coming on. I know we've only been talking about this for what, 3 years at this point? Like this show's existed and I've known Kenny for 3 years, but 160 episodes in, we finally reeled him in. It's I'm awful at trying to extend invites for this, dude.
You're good, man.
I totally forget that I have a podcast until like the day before it has to go live. And then I scramble messaging people like, yo, you got an hour of free time? No, all right. You got an hour of free time? No, all right. And I never wanted to do that with you because I know, the wife, the kids, the job. It's like you've got an actual life. You're not me where your life is just content. Like that's it. I don't do anything else. So like I can't just message you and be like, "Yo, you got an hour of free time in the next hour." It's like what?
Yeah, yeah. There's times where there's days there's
Oh,
days if like you'd hit me on the right day. You know what I mean?
right. But that's the thing. It's like I just don't try with people that I know have a lot of stuff going on. It's like, no, I need to just be smart and plan it out with more time. Even though that's not really how this one worked out, it was more of a I was panicking and messaged you anyways. And then it was like, oh, this week we're okay, so we can actually plan one out. This is okay.
Yeah, usually if I could plan something, then I
Yeah.
could make the time for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like spur of the moment, it's hard.
Yep.
Definitely hard.
And I'm a very spur of the moment type guy. Just like,
I
oh
used to
fuck, I
be.
gotta do stuff right now. We gotta figure this out right now. All right, let's go.
I used to be, and I still kind of try. But my wife is, she's a planner. She is the planner. She likes to know shit ahead of time. Let me mentally, physically prepare for, you know what I'm saying, stuff. And I understand that. Like me, spur of the moment. Like, hey, you know what? Let's go camping. And she's like, no, 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 no. We gotta plan that.
We gotta plan that.
We
I
gotta
gotta make
plan
sure I
that.
have all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go shopping and make sure we have everything.
Yes, you always gotta go
So
shopping. Shopping's great.
yeah.
I just
So
wish it
yeah.
didn't cost so much money.
I know, man. It's insane. It's
Crazy.
insane.
But no, yeah. Thank you for being on once again. Everybody, go follow Kenny. His Twitter is right there, and then I'll post his link in the description on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, go to the YouTube channel, and then yeah, you can find it. You're all smart, at least I hope. I hope you're smart. If you can't figure it out, then I guess I don't know what to tell you at this point. All right, like just go follow Kenny. He's great. He's wonderful. But yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, geek.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, without further ado, I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.